Hello and welcome to the Shark News Network on this Monday, June 6th. I am your host, Sebastian. Today we'll be mixing things up with 4 different news stories. We have Kevin covering the international news, me covering the national and local news, and Sirus covering the bonus news story. All of these stories are very important and we thank you for tuning in to the Shark News. Now we will start off with Kevin reporting a very recent and devastating story that occurred when a commercial airline went down over Egypt, killing many.
Start a new one? Alright. In other news, last week's Egypt air crash is under investigation. The flight crashed into the Mediterranean Sea late last week, and it is presumed all 66 passengers are dead. An investigation is into what brought down the plane. Investigations limited down to either a bomb or that it was a mechanical error. The flight also sent out multiple distress signals, but people on land did not get them, and so that's also something that's being investigated. The human remains found are only body parts, like limbs, like arms, legs, etc. It is expected the plane's free fall was from its cruising altitude. It was straight downwards. This recent crash is affecting air travel by the means of less people flying, mainly Egypt Air. Family and friends are wondering and are angered by the lack of information being given. When researchers find the black box of the plane, they can get all the answers as to what happened to the flight. The plane vanished last Thursday, and pieces have been found, but the most important thing has not been. The plane was going from Paris to Cairo, Egypt. It was at its cruising altitude, nearing its landing. Cause of the flight crash at this point is unknown.
Thanks, Kevin. Today I'm going to talk about 2 important news stories. One is on a local story, while the other is on a national and international level. Our first story takes place on Sunday, May 15th, 2016, in Boca Raton, Florida. At about 1 o'clock p.m. at a public beach, 23-year-old woman, Shaylin Borkowski, came out of the water in shock after she found a 2-foot-long nurse shark attached to her right forearm. Of course, she felt the painful initial bite of the small creature, but was very surprised to find it still attached to her arm after she came out of the water. Unfortunately, the juvenile shark shortly died after coming out of the water, but Shaylin was found in good condition after taken to the Boca Raton Regional Hospital. The hospital categorized his injuries as minor and nothing she should worry about. This story is important because summer is just around the corner and people need to know how to stay safe around the ocean and look out for sharks. Our other story comes from the White House. On Friday, May 27th, President Barack Obama is going to visit the Japanese city of Hiroshima. This is important because in 1945, the United States dropped an atomic bomb on the highly populated city, which resulted in around 140,000 deaths. Another bomb was also dropped on Nagasaki, Japan, but the Hiroshima incident was much more catastrophic. After being the first U.S. president to visit Cuba in nearly 90 years to gain peace with the country and improve foreign relations, President Obama has been seen as a world peace activist who is ambitious and wants to do whatever he can to improve foreign relations with other countries. One reason he's going there is to curb the world stockpile of nuclear weapons, which is a huge goal for him and a reason why he won the 2009 Nobel Peace Prize. He believes that this is the United States' responsibility because they are the only country in history to have used its nuclear weapons against another country. Now to you, Simon.
It's revealed that China has been militarized in several islands in the South China Sea. China has created many artificial harbors and cleared out large spaces and islands to house battleships and other large Navy vessels. In addition to maritime military, China hopes to strengthen their air force by adding airfields with 2-mile-long runways to 3 of the outposts. China has developed a new Guam killer missile, which is capable of hitting targets over 3,000 miles away. The militarization of these islands has built tension, and only China knows what they're doing. The U.S. assumed China was trying to gain land, and they told them that the military bases did not grant territorial rights or maritime rights within the South China Sea. China strongly disagreed with the U.S. China says it follows a national defense policy that is defensive in nature, deepening military reform and military buildup and aimed at maintaining security and territorial integrity and guaranteeing China's peaceful development. Is China really aiming towards defense and peace by militarization? China can certainly achieve a stronger defense, but other nations may become nervous by the existence of these military bases.
From all of us at Shark 5 News, we thank you all for tuning in for our first and last broadcast. The news experience and research that we provided for you is recent from local, national, and international. Shark News 5, we out.